All right, welcome back to another video. Today we're actually going to be talking about the differences between our 2022 and 2025 Model Y. On the interior, there are a few things that they've actually done to improve the 2025 versus the 2022. Also, I am sure that most of these things and more are actually improvements on the 2026 Model Y, which we don't have, unfortunately, but there are some improvements here that I think are worth a note. All right, so going into the 2022 Model Y, we have here some differences on the door panel that we can see here. First of all, we do have this hard plastic here in where the cup holder is. So I have a water bottle in here, and that's fine. But it actually does rattle against this hard plastic here. So note that, and we'll show in the 2025 the difference. Also, this is the white interior. I got white interior in both cars, but in the older ones, it actually has this nice sort of matching leatherish type material to the seats. So it's actually a pretty nice material, and it cleans off really easy. So I do like that. Then there's also no piece here in the door. So we'll check out here in the 2025 the difference of that. So let's go over here, over to the 2025. So here in the 2025, you can see there is that little trim piece there. It kind of follows along with the front trim piece, which is still white. This is white. But notice this is a white interior as well, just like the 2022, but it has this suede-ish material, which is much like, or probably exactly like, they used to have in the black interior Model Ys and Model 3s, I think. So it had this suede material, and that's fine, but I don't think it actually cleans up quite as well. Once you mess it up, it's going to be probably harder to clean it up. So that's something of note there. But the thing I like a lot is actually this right here. In the cup holder, we do have a nice fabric in here, sort of like it's just actually probably just like the fabric on the floor. But this fabric here keeps things from rattling, which is really nice because obviously people put stuff in cup holders and they leave them there. And then if you're driving around and they rattle, now they won't rattle nearly as much because it's nice and soft. The downside of that is if you do spill something in there, well, again, that might be harder to clean out. But we haven't had much trouble with that, knock on wood, but that is something to note. That is a difference. And I do think that they kept this as well for the 2026. So I do like that just for noise. That helps a lot. All right, moving on over here to the back of the 2022 Model Y. You can see there's hard plastic here on the side where the back seat is. Flip the seat down. There we go. So where the seat belt goes here, which, by the way, plastic on here on the seat belt knocks on that plastic there. It does have this little catch here where as long as the seatbelt slides all the way back down to the little catch on the seatbelt, then it doesn't usually rattle. It's harder for it to rattle, which is good. But almost every time we come in here, somebody's used it, of course, and they leave it something like that. And it just rattles like that. So when our kids get out, they just leave it like that, and the plastic rattles that a lot. So coming over to the 2025, a great improvement that they did is they replaced that with a nice soft material. So this material is the same like it is in the doors and on the floor here. It's sort of that carpet material. So as you can see, this was left like this, but doesn't rattle really. So when you're driving down the road, you're not going to hear that at all. So that's a nice feature for sure. Again, for noise, I mean, the little noises drive me crazy. So that's definitely a great improvement in my opinion. And of course, in the back, we do have the carpet in here, just like before. These are the same, the suede material instead of the white that it has over in the 2022. Yeah, so just a few differences between the 2022 and 2025 Model Ys. Definitely like those improvements. The only thing that I'm not so sold on is the suede on the door side. I think that again, I think that the white matching the interior was actually a nicer finish there, and is easier to clean. But overall, the things that annoy me the most about pretty much any car is when there's things rattling. Um, road noise, rattling, that sort of thing. And the carpet in the pockets and on the sides, where those seat belts hit, definitely reduces the noise for those rattles and things like that. So great improvements overall. And also, I think all these improvements and more, of course, carry over to the 2026 Model Y. So lots of improvements there with that one. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.